Amazing. Many people have asked me, a lot of people have asked me, hey, sir, I don't know how to use your scanner. I'm still struggling with it. I say, no, you're complicating issues. You are overreading. Purge yourself out of what you know. First of all, just purge yourself. Pretend as if you know nothing. Yes, you will appreciate it when you do as if you know nothing. So then you will enjoy it. First of all, let's look at it. Now, take any instrument. Doesn't matter what the instrument is. That Bitcoin, that's gold, whatever. So if you look at this now, this is Bitcoin on daily time frame. So normally on daily time frame, what I want to have is very simple. So I have a simple step of taking this trade. It depends on the type of trader you are. If you're a swing trader, you don't need too much job. You just need to look at it. For instance, first of all, you want to look at the trade. You open your chart in a day. Every day I come in, irrespective of the time I come in, I want to see what happened the previous day. Now, these are daily candle. You can see that the previous day was, indecision. All right. We have the day before was bearish. So the following day, I expect it to be bearish, but it became indecision. Now, so other day here, so was bearish, but was like forming to create a continuation for the bearish. This one did not do that better. So now what do I want to do? I'm looking for a candle that have a very fantastic closing of the previous day. So that I can say, okay, this today is strong enough to either continue to go up. So, but that's just the basic. Now, nevertheless, I know that the momentum for this new day will not be too much because there are no volume to continue from where yesterday stopped. So I'll be careful. I will do more scalping. I won't just be decisive for the trade for the day. Okay, so I won't be decisive. You can see that the market is in between the high and the low. So which is this key level high and the low. So for me to find a structure, I will now go to 4 hours. Very simple. Now, if you look at 4 hours, you are still struggling in between. Now, if I do not find signal in the structured time frame, what are structured time frame? 4 hours, 1 hour, they are structured time frame. Then if you are scalper, like 30 minutes, 15 minutes are structured time frame. So I now look at it. There's no trade. You didn't find any trade. So you can see that anything that you don't find a trade on 4 hours or 1 hour is not a good trade. It's just a struggling trade. So if you look at this trade now, this is 4 hours. That was a good trade. This one, that was a good trade. Today, no good trade. Look at this. This is a good trade. Look at this. This is a good trade. So I go to 1 hour. Very simple. You don't disturb yourself. Now, even since you can see that the momentum has been very, very bad. Since on the second, no way. The best trade was this since, but it's on the second. Now, I said something very importantly that if you are trading, this is 1 hour time frame. All right, when you come, the momentum for the previous day was good, and the signal was printed buy on 1 hour. If you like, you can buy straight up. So people just buy straight up. But if I buy straight up here, your stop loss supposed to be under here. That would be too bogus. Oh, yes. So that means you are taking a trade now and say, hey, as the candle closes 1 hour, so your stop loss has to be here. That's big enough. Okay. Maybe that's not too much anyway. So, but for me to capture one ratio, two risk reward, so I'll be traveling somewhere here. So that means almost getting to this point. So this trade, you will have still been in up to now. You have no exit. That's since on the 2nd of April. Okay? You have no exit. You can see that trade is struggling. Okay? Then the best again is to now go down to 5 minutes and find your trade properly. Let me show you because we have passed the day, so I need to mark it to be able to identify it. So if I see a trade on 1 hour, I just immediately go to 5 minutes to take the trade. But the 1 hour signal trade does not go as big as 4 hours. Good. So now here we are. Can see the scanner. Then we say what we do is a three candle close. Look at the candle that carried the signal. The next candle was bullish but not go above it. So for you to really be sure of what you are doing, you're going to wait for this candle. So this is not you can see that even the momentum was bad. If it's a good momentum, it should print the candle after it to be bullish and close above that one. So if you're going to go in now, so that means you are going in this way here and your stop loss here. So this your stop loss is a bit reduced, then 1:2 risk reward you target. So very fast. There's nothing as good as your trades to deliver before the whole market is confused, and then you are good to go. That's it. 1:2 risk reward is the first thing you must always target before any other thing. But you can see that the market has not been too healthy, all this while. So 1 hour time frame signal is a good one that you can enter when they have a very good momentum. You get that? So you don't need to struggle yourself unnecessarily. Okay? So some people just want to be scalping because there is no momentum and all of that. So you can go maybe probably to 30-minute and 15-minute perpetually. All right. So if you look at it now, there's no good kind of a trade. So if you go to 15-minute, you can find trade more regular. All right, because it's scalping or all over. But it's always good to have on your higher time frame to be. So look at this trade now. So on 15 minutes. Now I can't take this trade, all right? I can't take this trade. That's the bogus. So, but this one is manageable. This one is good. Especially trade that on top of your support or resistance level or demand and supply zone, as the case may be. You can see that the market has not been too much fantastic. Do you get that? Okay, so that's how you take trade when it comes to your scanner. It's very simple. Don't give yourself unnecessary stress. You just come and then look at the daily time frame if it's healthy. So let me look at this coin I took trade today. Now let's go on daily time frame. So this is daily time frame. So this daily time frame, it's not decisive though, but it shows that the market was going down. But oh, sorry, this is okay. Oh yeah, okay. So this was the previous day. So it shows that the market is bearish, but was not going as momentum as supposed to be. So, but to show that today is bearish, technically, on the candle. Though these are, low cap coin, so not a general popular coin that are more traded everywhere. So you go to 4 hours to see the structure. Now coming to 4 hours, there was a sell before, and then the market was still seated on top of your support key level zone, but you didn't find any trade. So you go to 1 hour. So 1 hour probably, I think, shows a trade. Okay, that was on second. So this is very poor momentum, and that's why you're a bit careful because we're at holiday and all of that. But you ask me, Feli, why did you take this trade? Probably I was on 30-minute. So beyond 30-minute, I saw a very fantastic signal. That was yesterday or something. Look at it. This is a very fantastic. Okay, it's today, yeah. This is a very fantastic signal. So perhaps I could miss it because it was in the morning, right? So this is a very powerful signal. So even if you are not going to, so it came out, so on top of your support zones and all of that. So because it's 30-minute, I may not even wait till this candle open, and then you're going to take your trade. If it's 30-minute, 1 hour, you can decide to just open at the close of the candle that carry the signal, and then you are good to go. Now, conservatively, if you a lower time frame, you want to protect yourself so you can take the trade this way and your stop loss here. So 1:2 risk reward is your first target. So 1:2 risk reward done here. All right. But it didn't happen immediately. So you have known how much you're going to lose. So it stopped you out. Right. So I missed the trade here. And so you could see what really make me to find a new trade again. I saw a change in state of delivery. You may not know this anyway. So and then there are so many, a new entry. I have to enter here, and then was running, right? So if you go to 15 minutes, you will find another. So can you see that? So this is how you actually get your trade. Now, probably you will now to ask, why do we not sell this one? There was a signal I sent. I say, okay, it's selling again. I say, but the momentum buying is high. All right, because you clear up the resistance, and then that means automatically, so this is going to travel this way, but if you open up to another one, probably can see another resistance there. So most time, the trade you are taking and say it's a sell is just a pullback. So you have to have an understanding. That's the point. It's very simple. And we have said this scanner has a very powerful tool put together. Now, this will give you structure. You can see a high, a low, this a high, now breaking it. If you like, you can enable your, what's it called? You can enable your moving average so that you want to know which trend are you, all right? And then just, okay, pick it this way. So you see that it's above the moving average and still continue. For those people who probably will not understand things, so this is just to aid you, not that you are trading with it. After all, this buy, sell give you your signal entry. All right. So that's a very simple one of taking this trade and all of that. Let's look at gold. So last week, what happened on gold? We took some trade. That was a very fantastic trade, I remember, right? But not everyone pay attention anyway. All right. So now if we go to daily time frame, okay. So if the market were to still be on now, you could look at this market that a bit dicey, but was bearish. So, but that was not a fantastic one because now on daily time frame, the market was just seated on a very strong support. It just continued to do that over and again. Now we go to 4 hours. In the 4 hours, we saw this fantastic signal. What do we say? The market come this way, you go to a lower time frame. So if from 4 hours, just go to 15 minutes straight up. So if it's 4 hours, just go to 15-minute straight up and then find a fantastic entry. Well, remember, this is gold. If you don't come down to like 15 minutes that way, you are just going to be bundling into so much long stop loss, okay? So if you look at this now, it's a fantastic one. Can you see that? Look at the signal, a lovely one. That's how our signal is supposed to be A plus. So an A plus setup is going to have 3 candle close. The candle before, the candle that carry the signal, and then the candle that interpret the signal. That's the things. 3 candle close. The candle before, then the candle that carry the scanner, right? Then the candle after. So the candle after need to show the direction that the signal actually gave. Now, if I still want to like maybe to find, can I still find appropriate lower, just to reduce your stop loss? That's what I do. And then you can be in that trade without fear unnecessarily because you have reduced your exposure. I go down to as low as 1 minute, but I may not be able to do that. You know, time has passed so much here. And so that's why I need to actually be fast so that I can get this done. Okay. So if I go to one, okay, so I think the 15-minute was make more sense. And then you just find an entry, your stop loss below, and then you take profit. Very simple. So instead of giving yourself unnecessary pressure, just look at the market inwardly and then look at your daily time frame. What's the momentum of the daily time frame? Bearish, bullish, all right, is strong or low, weak, and all of that. Then you want to take. If you go back to 4 hours, you see another sell. Look at the very powerful sell here. All right. So this sell is already another money. Okay, because that day, I think I used 1 hour. I got a very nice trade here. Look at another sell on these 4 hours. If you take, I just want to pick up to this point, and I go to my 15 minutes. Sometime, if it's currency, when 4 hours is selling from a support or a star region, I don't need to go down to any time frame. I can just take it. But you know, this is not currency. This is gold, has so much volume. Look at the powerful sell there. So look at it, look at your signal. Very powerful. So this is very simple. I just listen to a lot of people who don't pay attention to what matters, learning, but we don't repeat it. Just get to see and understand the market. So look at it, short after the candle close here, my stop loss above here, and then your target force is 1:2 risk reward. Straight 1:2 risk reward. That's 390 pips to make about 790 pips, give and take. All right. If I go down to 5 minutes, perhaps maybe I'll still find more. If I go down to as low as 3 minutes, so if I still see the way that the signal was, I can still refine, which is still good. Look at this. Then probably to 3 minutes. You understand? Most time, I listen to a lot of people who don't pay attention to all of these things. It's very simple. Don't complicate issues for yourself. Look at the 3 minutes. Make a lot of sense, right? So what will have done for me is that I will have taken the trade here. So my stop loss above here. So can you see now? 200 pips. All right. And then to get to my take profit will be very fast. Look at the take profit here. Okay. Look at the take profit very fast. Then if you now like, Probably you are seeing that the support is down there, then you can extend it to that down. I'm sorry about that. So you now extend it to that down. So you can see you are using low stop loss to make 1,080 pips. Or yes, then time will not permit me to go to 1 minute. If not to go to 1 minute, it just refine. That's the only job you have to do, ladies and gentlemen. Just navigate through and look at your scanner, confirm signal, enter the trade, put your stop loss, and go to bed. All right. So that's it. And God will deliver for you. That's just the thing. I just believe that all of you who have subscribed, you're going to maximize this month of April because it's very, very important and sensitive for every one of us. Okay. So for currency, the same thing. I think I saw a very nice buy on Euro USD. Okay. Euro USD. Now I saw a very nice buy that day. So let's go to daily time frame, Euro USD. Okay. Euro USD. Okay, so it was struggling, right? So, but look at it on daily time frame, what happened? So Euro USD, look at it on daily time frame, what happened? So when you come, this market was bullish. This one is still bullish. So you expect that the market was going to sell because was still going to buy because this was a bullish candle. But it running into this resistance, so you begin to have a double mind. You understand? So if you hear that bullish candle was, you can say, okay, the next day, but look at this now has run into this. But that's not a problem. No matter what it wants to do, you now want to step down to your 4 hours to see if it give you signal. So when you come on this day, before this day, so now let's go to 4 hours and see what happened. So as we go to 4 hours, can you see now? Now, this is the type of signal I say you may not even wait if you have a good equity. You may not even wait to want to go to you want to go to what's it called? You want to go to 4 hours, 15 minutes. Look at this signal. It's a rejection. So if you like, you can just take the signal here. But you agree with me that when you still refine, so you just take a trade here, your stop loss below here. Conservative trader is going to take the stop loss above here. So, but use sniper, you want to take the stop loss here. So if you take the stop loss there, 1:2 risk reward, perhaps you will have not done that now. So you can see the importance of refinement. So at that point, you want to go to 15-minute time frame. You remember? Very simple. For 4 hours that signal gave to you, go to 15-minute time frame so that you'll see a refine where your stop loss will not be too bogus. Very simple. I hope you understand this. This is a very good technique and you'll be making a lot of money. So because you want to confirm the selling pressure, because this has to close, that means you are entering the market at this point. Then sometime you can now step down to 5 minutes perhaps. So look at it, 30-something pips. So 30-something pips. Now 1:2 risk reward will give you 60-something pips. So that will have been covered as fast as possible. If you step down to 5 minutes, you're going to see more refinement. But once you find a proper trade, then you're just good to go. All right. So if you go to one hour time frame, let's go to 1 hour time frame and see another thing. So look at 1 hour time frame. So what happened here? So you see a signal here, 1 hour time frame. So I say sometimes when you just see 1 hour time frame, probably you want to take it, or else you just go to your 5-minute time frame. So let's go to 5-minute time frame. Very simple. Then you're going to see your trade. All right. You're going to make your money. All right. So this makes sense. Okay. So look at your 5-minute time frame. Okay. So here you go. Look at your scanner, say buy. This is it here. So this was not going well until you find a bullish candle. So this one will be more technical for you, or you just avoid it. Once it's not clear, just leave it. Don't give yourself unnecessary stress. But by the time you start making use of this scanner, you will now see what to look out for more over time to take a trade. Please get that. Very, very simple. Irrespective of the instrument, you'll be fine. With this scanner, it's amazing and powerful. All right. Those of you who have not subscribed, I think it's high time you just wake up to. I tell you, I say this is better than a mentor. And we're developing a lot of scanners to help people to bring and make a lot of money with less stress. So my name is Flix. Subscribing from the day I'm making this video. I'm making this video on the 4th of April 2026. That is Easter Saturday. So the promo is the on 50% for Easter promo, which is ending on the Sunday. 11:59 p.m. GMT +1. Thank you very much. Do have a nice day. You want to subscribe? Just chat with this phone number +234 90 470 4499. I take the number again +234 90 470 4499. That is the WhatsApp you should chat with and then get yourself activated right now. Do have a nice time and bye bye.